I think. And that happened again when Representative Eric Swalwell, yes, this is, in case you were wondering, this is the same man who farted on live television. And you may also be wondering, Eric Swalwell, wait, is he? Yes, it is the guy who banged a Chinese spy, Eric Swalwell. Yes, one and the same Representative Eric Swalwell, who took to Twitter to give this insufferable, completely false tweet. He said, my 4-year-old just FaceTimed to ask what I'm doing to help the people in Buffalo. And why did the bad man do this? Absolutely gutting. This cannot be his normal. It's time to ban assault weapons. Hashtag end gun violence. So I read this and I'm like, okay, so one of two things, well, possibly two things are true, but at least one of two things are true. You're either a horrible father for allowing your son access to news that would talk about things like that, because children have no business even being in adult world, or you're just a complete liar. So as I'm saying, he is still a complete liar. He could also be a horrible parent as well. In fact, he probably is. But just something tells me that this is just completely, absolutely made up.
Well, one, he's a horrible parent, but not just him, because if his son, in fact, FaceTimed him at 4, I have kids those ages, it's probably his significant other that put the child up to it.
Right.
And word cursed and verbal vomited in the child's ear about the bad guy. Horrible parenting. But what do you expect from a guy that sleeps with spies, sells America out in the bedroom, thinks he's James Bond?
I don't know, man. Those stories are always hilarious to me. The whole, I was my child, because what they do is try. Everybody has sympathy for children, right? So they try to funnel their narrative.
Not when they're in the wombs.
Oh, well,
they don't have any sympathy for the children when they're in the wombs.
That's completely different. Again, it's all about political expediency here.
That's
and those unborn children are not politically expedient, but this one is. So they funnel their own narrative, whatever they believe, through those children and make up some story. We hear this every single like event that we're talking about. This is what they go on about. It's my young-aged child said this to me, and it's like this uber sophisticated thing that a 3-4-year-old, they ain't even formulating those types of sentences, let alone thinking about
or
that.
Or they're just copying what dad says through the house 50 times over.
So, just repeating what it is he said. So I don't believe the story at all. I mean, I don't believe any of it. Every time I see those, I'm like, that's bull crap. Definitely considering, again, you're talking about these sorts of events that a 4-year-old has, that's out of their wit. They can't even conceptualize like what that actually means. And definitely the political stuff surrounding that. There's no way a 4-year-old can unless they're some sort of prodigy. And considering that he's the one that produced them, there ain't no way that's what we're dealing with right now.
So he didn't look. He was on a roll, I guess. Eric Fartwell. He.